Luke, congratulations on extending your stay at Wrexham. How are you feeling?
Yeah, thank you very much. No, it's obviously a positive sign for myself. Obviously, I had that option in my contract where obviously if I hit so many games, then obviously it triggers another year, which is an incentive in itself, not just to play that many games, but to trigger that another year as well. And thankfully, I've hit it with obviously plenty of games to spare, and fingers crossed I can obviously contribute to more between now and the end of the season.
You extend your stay at Wrexham into a fifth season. I mean, what does Wrexham mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. Like I say, I felt like I've built up a good relationship with the fans first and foremost, through just working hard every day, putting the graph on the training pitch and showing that out on the pitch as well on a match day when it matters. So I'll always give that first and foremost. I'll always work hard and try. Hopefully, kind of my ability kind of shines through. And yeah, I've got nothing but good words to say about the club, about the fans as a whole. We're obviously settled up here, this part of the world, and with the family and with the missus and the two kids as well. We bought a house a couple of years ago, so in terms of the club as a whole and the place as a whole, it's obviously somewhere that we're happy to stay and commit and see where the future goes and what's an exciting time at the minute at this football club.
You've mentioned that exciting time. I mean, how much of a change have you noticed, not just in the club, but out in the community, the fact you are local and seeing these fans as well?
Yeah, like you said, well, you only have to look at the average gates that we're getting. You're kind of seeing 2, 3, sometimes maybe 4,000 people coming to games, and the big following that we're getting away. So it's showing that the fans are right behind us because they're coming out in their numbers. And it, like you say, you see little changes here and there. Obviously, obviously the manager with his backroom staff that he's brought in is implementing his own style and his way of dealing with things on the pitch and off the pitch as well. So there's loads of little subtle changes that there's a difference obviously between in previous years, but the aim's always the same. It's always to go out there and give everything that you can for the club and take the club to somewhere where everybody knows that it should be, but you've got to get there first and foremost.
One more notable change for you this season, you've had the armband on. How have you found that so far?
Yeah, no different to whether I would have it or not, to be honest. Like I said previously, when I got announced as captain, it doesn't change me as a person, doesn't change me as a player. It's just I'm kind of just leading the team out on a match day. So that there is that little bit more added responsibility and added pressure, but I try not to think of it like that. I just think of it as another stepping stone in my career. And like I say, that you hear obviously things where was it the right thing or was it not? You hear obviously people say it was, people say it wasn't, but at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's something that I can't control. I can only control what I do on the pitch, and I probably maybe had a little bit of a slow start for the first 4 or 5 games, but I kind of have slowly picked up now, and since come back from my injury, probably found quite a consistent level of playing even before my injury. So it's just trying to continue that really and give everything that I can, be the best that I can, and hopefully that kind of reflects out on the pitch.
The next place you'll be hoping to continue that. You mentioned your home up here, returning to your home down in the southwest almost. How are you feeling ahead of the weekend?
Yeah, like I say, like said before, I've nothing but good words to say about the club. I had 4 good years down there, which obviously ended on a disappointing note in obviously getting relegated, and I just kind of felt that it was time for obviously me to move on, not just personally but for family as well, and to kind of take that next step in my career. And I feel like I made the right decision in coming up here, and like I say, I'm into my 4th year, potentially into my 5th year next season. So it's something that I'm looking forward to. I'm obviously going into the game with a professional head on, knowing that I've got a job to do for Wrexham. But like I say, I'll have no hard feelings. But at the end of the day, ultimately, I'm going down there with the team and everybody else behind us to get the 3 points and a positive result.
You say you try and keep focused, but does it mean that a little bit when you're walking in through that players' tunnel there, you've got the honours board or your Player of the Year names on there, does it add anything extra to you as you walk through, or is it just a case of tunnel vision?
No, I think before the game and after the game you can kind of look at it like that, but I try not to think of things like that too much. I know what I've got to do to get myself ready for the game. I know that as soon as I walk through the doors, I'm fully focused on the next 90 minutes, 2 hours, however long you're in that building for, and it's being professional and being the best that I can, and I have full focus on going out there on the Saturday afternoon to put in a performance for myself, and hopefully the team can kind of back everybody else up and get over the line with a good result.
In terms of the team, we've found a little bit of consistency lately. Obviously, we dropped the points late on the weekend, but what's the general mood like in the changing room?
No, positive. Like you say, you've hit the nail on the head there that we found a little bit of consistency, and we're kind of starting to kind of get to know each other as individuals and as a team, what we're good at, what we need to, obviously what you need to work on. There's always things that you need to work on, but we know that we're going into games with a solid foundation, and that's the best that you can work off. Whether you play well on that day, or not, it's on the day. Anybody can beat anybody, but as long as you go into that game fully prepared and you give everything that you've got and you play to the best that you can, whether you come over the line with a victory or not, that's just football. But as long as we give ourselves the best opportunity, I have no doubt that we'll kind of win more games than we lose, as long as we prepare ourselves right and keep going in a consistent way, and not getting carried away with playing well, because there's still a long time to go. There's still a lot of points to be played for. There's going to be ups and downs throughout the season, but it's how you bounce back. And our focus is on Saturday. Obviously it was a disappointing result to concede so late on against Maidenhead, but like you say, 7 points out of 9 in a week is not a bad return. And if we can back that with a win on Saturday, then it doesn't make that point look as bad.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Luke.
No, thank you.